Welcome and thank you for joining me for Takeaway Tuesday. My name is Tina Carrigan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you ever need to reach me, my name that you can look up is Northern Stamper. You can drop me an email, very simple, northernstamper@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help you out. Today is Takeaway Tuesday. And I'm going to show you how to make a great card using this circle saying. Now, this is a bundle, which means when you purchase it, it comes with the stamp set and the punch. And you know that because some of the items in the stamp set kind of match what the punch is. I like this. If you've been following Northern Stamper at all, you've been noticing I have used this stamp set, circle sings, since May, June, July, August. So this is the 5th month that we have been using this stamp set. And you know what? I am not done. There are so many great things that you could do with this stamp set. I just love it. Let me know if you checked out last week's video where we created using this really super nice sunset with the seashells in wild wheat. I love that. That turned out fantastic. So again, today we're using circle sayings and the punch, and it is a 2 3/8 punch. It's larger, it looks fantastic, and it actually punches out the items that are in here really, really nicely. So I'm very happy with the purchase that I made. I don't buy everything that is in the book. I am very, very selective. If you follow me or check out my blog, you'll notice I stick to some certain I like to think of them as good staples to my crafting supply. Okay, so we're going to be using the circle sayings, the punch, and don't forget to grab some ink, and we're going to be using a Knight of Navy. This is going to be a really great card. Now, before I get started, I wanted to let you know, if you've been following along, I now have a new show called Down the Rabbit Hole with Paper Pumpkin. Now, each month, Paper Pumpkin is a subscription, or you can just try it for 1 month, and you get a box with everything that you need. Now, if you've been following around Down the Rabbit Hole, it's the first Friday of every month. And what I did is I did some cards from that kit. Now, this was left over. This was the stamp set inside the Paper Pumpkin kit. And what I did is I stamped these images again. I used the wild wheat color. And I picked up the copper clay cardstock. I stamped in wild wheat all the way across the flowers, and then I colored them in with some Stampin' Blends. I love Stampin' Blends, so my favorite. If you know me, DSP and Stampin' Blends are my favorite. At the back here, instead of just having plain white, I wanted to add a little bit more, but you can't quite see. It is absolutely stunning. It's a nice piece of basic white, just to add a little bit more of an element. Now, I just need to add a sentiment. I hate to say it, but I kind of like it without the sentiment. I like it just the way it is. What you think, sentiment or not? I don't know. I just love it so much. So, talking about Paper Pumpkin, the new one is coming out. We're going to be doing a new, a design on that. But with the one that is coming out, they had this awesome journal. Okay, Paper Pumpkin is coming out with some really great things. So this is a journal. Now, I looked at chapters and stuff like that, and I found out just what it was the same. It was the same price, but I really like this. I'm keeping this, and I'm going to be taking it down to Florida or maybe someplace special and doing some smash booking with that. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin comes out. It is due the 10th of every month. So if you want to get in on Down the Rabbit Hole, you can drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com, and I will help you out. The mini catalog, what I have coming up in November for Takeaway Tuesday. So October is already been mailed out, and that's all full. So for November, it is going to be from the mini catalog. Now, those are for November is for those that have, kind of left card making a little bit too long and need to squeak out some cards, and what we're going to do is on page 22, 23, there is the Merry Christmas suite. And what we're going to do is in the middle, there's this thing called Memories and More cards. And they have a coordinating envelope card pack with that. I'm going to show that to you. So this here, this card pack has envelopes, like a variety of envelopes, very nice, and card bases. Okay, so they've already got some designs to it, so that is super simple. And what we're going to do is we are going to be using those card bases with the envelopes, and along with this item here, number 5, Merry Christmas Memories and More card pack. Okay, I cannot open another one because this will be the 5th one that I've opened and used. Apparently, I think I've got a little carried away. They have a whole bunch of little, these are 3x4 cards here, but then they also have 4x6 inside, and they're double-sided. And you also have 4 sticker sheets inside. So I can't open this up, but I'm going to show you some of the items that I made with this. So we're going to be using this and these pieces together. So these two together is all that you need to create for November's Takeaway Tuesday. Now, I'm telling you, you're going to love them. So if you leave Christmas card making to the end, like the last month, I've got you covered. So this is one of the cards. It is really cute. So this is a sample. This is not what we're going to do, but this is a sample. It doesn't open the way normal card does, but it does here. So this is what I've used. So this is one of the little pieces, the 3x4s that are in here. And this is the 4x6 all the way around. And I just made a little card, and look, check that out. That's a little sticker. So super cute. I wanted to show you some of those. Now this was just using some of the DSP and the card pieces. So I cut this piece out, and look, when you open it up, it is actually just using the Memories and More card pack. So this is one of the card packs. So check out these super cute little polar bears there. And that is just using one of actually 2 of the large card pieces from the Memories and More. See, you can kind of see it peeking out right there. So that's the one on the inside. Really cute. I got a couple of more that I wanted to show you. Now, I didn't just place them on top of each other. You can do that. That's an easy way to do that. But I like to make alternatives. So what I did is I took one of the 4x6s and I cut off some of the wording. Christmas is better. Now, like, super cute with the little guys on the ink flow. And then there's the other half of the 4x6 that I cut off. It is in the center, and that flops down like that. So very cute. There are a lot of ideas. This is the last one. It is just a plain Memories and More card using one of the ones from in the pack, card base, and I just put it on top, stamp as a little bit of ribbon, and there you go. You are done. You can make, I think I made 48 cards out of one of these packs. You can go and make even more than that. That is for another time, as Tammy Hamster would say. So if you are ready to get started with me, let me know. Give me a thumbs up so that I know that you are ready to go. You have your Night of Navy pad available. You have your circle settings. And, of course, you got your handy-dandy circle punch where, you know what, you just cannot be without it. Okay, so give me a thumbs up and let's get started. Okay, so in your package, those that have signed up, what you will have in your package, okay, there is the card base. There's a card base like that, okay, and a piece of ribbon, blue ribbon. There's a piece of basic white. Now this is just a scrap piece so that we can cut out with our circle punch. 1-inch strip. And there we go. There's another. This is a square that we're going to add. Now, when you look, you'll see that there is a piece of boho blue, and you're wondering, what the heck are we going to do with all of these? Let me show you. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to actually begin with the stamping on this piece of scrap here. And I'm going to use the Night of Navy on there. Now you could use whatever you want from here. You can use celebrate or sending you or anything that you want. But what I've decided to do, I'm going to use these flowers here on this side, and I'm going to use the thank you. Now, because I need to stamp 2 of these flowers, if I do that here, I might be kind of off. So what I'm going to do first is actually I'm going to punch out a circle. And I'm going to go right over to the edge, and I'm going to slip it in, and so I know right on the edge, I'm looking on the bottom, so that the rest of it I can use if I need to. Like for a small little sentiment, I can still use this and that. So we're going to hold on to that. So I have my circle, and we're going to get our block. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little flowers and I'm going to pop them on the block. Now you're going to see my stamps are kind of all falling off. These are actually filled with a little bit more lint and cat hair than I would like. So all I'm going to do, you can easily just wash these with water and a little bit of dish soap, and they'll become sticky again. You can tell how often I have used these stamps by that. So the less sticky that they are in the pack, the more that I've used it. So I'm going to stamp it up. I'm going to double check. I can look through and I can see if we need more ink. Right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to, around the edge, stamp that straight up and down. Now, it's a little bit of, it's missing some ink, so that's okay. You know what? I can flip that over. And what, I don't know about you, in your base, I'm in a basement, so I run a dehumidifier, so I find that sometimes the inks run out with the dehumidifier running. It becomes a little dry. Oh, that one didn't work out. Now did it? Well, how about that? So let's go back to the first side. We're going to ink it up again. You know what? Sometimes that happens. I'm not going to get too worried about that. So I did the one side, and I'm actually going to flip it over and do the back, the bottom half. Okay? So those 2 should fit right in. Hey, look, it worked. Voila. So you need to have a little sentiment in the middle. So let's get that little thank you. Okay, you can always do a little happy birthday, and I'm going to place that in there. And yes, it fits nicely in there. Again, I'm going to pick it up with my block, my well-used block. Oh my goodness. I'm going to double check to make sure there's ink on there. And I'm going to stamp. There you go. If you want it to stand out a little bit more, you can do it in an alternate color, like maybe red or yellow, your favorite color that you want to kind of stand out. But I like the color where it's all the same. Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget to mark on your calendar in the community, the Northern Stamper community page on September the 15th. We are going to be doing a fun dice challenge night. It's one of my favorite things to do. Okay, we're rolling the dice, and we're going to make cards based on the dice roll. So make sure you check that out. If you have any questions, just pop me an email. It's always fun. It's one of my favorite events of all the time. Okay, so we have this stamp. That's all the stamping that I'm going to be doing on that. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to take my piece of cardstock, my basic white piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do some scoring. I need to score. Now get that piece out because I don't want to cut. And I'm going to score it. Okay, so if I can see, if I lay this center score on the 1-inch mark, I'm just going to bring it over to 1/4. I'm going to bring it up. I can see the line here. I'm going to bring that over, and I want to score at 1/4. Now, before I do that, I'm going to double check my piece, and that is going to fit in. And let's take a look. Oh, look at that. It's a little bit wider. So I'm going to take it over a little bit more. So I've just moved it over. So that is at 1.5. So I'm going to place it at 1.5 on the score mark. Okay. And I'm going to score it. Now, it may look like a book bind at the end, but there's going to be a slight a change on what we're doing, okay? So I can fit that in. So 1.5 was in between here. And so I got that. I'm going to lay that on there. Okay, it fits. I like to see that. Okay, looks good. What I'm going to do next is I have this piece of DSP. Now, if I lay it down, I got to find out which way it goes. Okay, is it that way or this way? Now, it's a little larger than the area, so all I'm going to do is actually, so double check, move it around left and right and change it 90 degrees. I can see it's a little bit hanging over, so I just need to take off 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit off and then I'm going to double check it again. My big tip that I have for people is always measure 2 or 3 times. Okay, I can see it fits. It's good. Love it. It's in there. Okay, it fits nicely, but I'm not done yet. Okay, what I want to do is I want to cut this piece in half. Okay, so always measure twice. Okay, and then cut once, just like building a house. So if I look in here, actually the easiest thing to do is I'm actually just going to fold this in half. Instead of working with like maybe a number here and a number there, I'm going to fold that in half. Why make our life too difficult? So I can see the line right there. I'm going to pop that in and it sits in the track. Let's cut that in half and then we got 2 pieces. Okay. Oh, look at that. There's a little bit of, it's time to change the blade. You can always tell when you need to change your blade is when the pieces of your DSP or papers start to fray a little bit. So, tip for you. Time to change the blade on this guy. So we've got our pieces cut. Okay. I'm going to lay one on one side. I'm not going to glue it down yet. And I'm going to make sure that I can see this flower. This is where it would come apart. It matches, because if I have it upside down, your eye just will not, it'll say, oh, you know what, there's just something wrong. It may look kind of right. You might be able to get away with it, but your brain knows. So don't let that happen. Okay, so I have that over here. This is going to work. I'm going to start gluing from the left side and going to the right. So I'm going to add a little bit. Oh, you know what? Before I even do that, look at that side. Oh, what side should I use? Okay, no, I'm going to glue this side. I should have. Oh, both sides are so cute. This is a little fox side. So cute. I'm just going to lay that down. And it has a nice little frame around it. Okay. Again, I'm going to work on the 2 pieces, a little bit of glue. And I'm going to set it up from the right, have a little bit of an edge, and pop that on. Okay. Again, glue it down. And then I'm going to, I can see the line here. I'm going to pop that in, have it straight. There we go. Okay. Now I have, if I just place this on top, it kind of gets lost with all of this white on white. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of boho glue and I'm going to punch out a circle. Now I can punch out one circle and cut it in half. See, it makes it pop on one side. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to cut it in half, or you know what, maybe we'll just cut 2 and just go crazy there. Okay, there we go. I'm going to cut 2 and have it go like kind of on each side. And I can split it out a little bit more. You can do a little more, a little less. It's up to you. Okay, so that's like how it's going to look, and we're going to put the ribbon behind that. So let's go ahead and glue this down. So I know that these 2 are going to go there. So piece of glue there. It's going to go offset a little bit. Piece of glue in the center there. Again, offset a little bit on the. Let's look at our ribbon. Now you can use the whole ribbon going across like that and just tape it down. I like to see how much I can get out of each piece of ribbon. So I'm going to cut that in half. cut a little couple of pieces off, and these are tiny, right? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it like that on one side. Tape and just tape it down. And again on the other side. Don't need to have huge amounts of ribbon. Even though this little piece is left over, I can use it for something else, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to keep it. So there we go. We got a little piece on that side. Tape it. And again, I'm going to go across. There we go. And it will sit on there. That's looking good. Now to give it some height, I'm going to add some dimensionals behind that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add some dimensionals. Look at that, my name tag's getting away from me. I'm going to place that on there. Okay. Oh, before I place it down, I can see a little piece of tape peeking out. Don't want that. Okay, I'm going to pop that right on there. And I think, we didn't glue, did we glue that piece down? We did. Because I want to have it open like a little book. We still need to glue the inside. And all I'm going to do is just add some glue on the inside. Yeah, I added a lot of glue. And I'm going to press it closed. Just like a little book there, okay? And all we need to do is add some embellishments. Now we got some different ones here, like, okay, we got these ones that are from the annual catalog. These are from the new mini catalog, and these are called Faceted Gems Trio Pack. See, I can kind of pop this off. Careful. Oh, you see, these would look really nice. They kind of look like little flowers on there, actually. Okay, we got that one and that one. I have leftover from Paper Pumpkin, and these are clear. See, always got things left over. Or I can use, these actually are really nice. Give me a comment below which one you like best. Oh my goodness, I got more. Look at that. And then we got some more embellishments. Oh, that actually matches with the boho blue a little better. These actually are kind of shiny on that. All right, so we're going to go with these ones here. I keep them in a little box. So these are one of the little plastic boxes that I have. I keep them all in there so that they're all easy to access. Okay. So let's add a couple of these little embellishments here and there. Don't know where to place it. I'm just going to pop it on there. And I'm going to look for a little tiny one. Okay. And maybe I should put it on the flower. I'll put it over here. Thank you, right there. And one more, a large one. So 1, 2, 3. I can do it as a line, or, imagine like a little V, a little diamond there. Okay, there we go. That is the card for today's Takeaway Tuesday. I know, very simple. What do you think? Comment below what you think. I'm going to show you one of the mock-up card, and you're going to let me know which one that you like. So I originally made the mock-up card with a bit of a boho blue frame, and this one is just without the frame. So they both are fairly similar, but it does add a little bit of a difference. So there's a boho blue framer on this, and the split center here. So I just wanted to give you some ideas of the different cards that you can make. This is really simple. Mainly all we're doing is we're using designer series paper, using a stamp set that I have used like for 5 months already, and some ribbon. Very simple, and if you have any questions and you want to get together for Christmas card making or whatever, drop me an email, northernstamper@gmail.com. Don't forget to sign up for Takeaway Tuesday, where you get both the Memories and More card pack and the envelopes and card bases, what we're going to make for that. That is like a super fun card. Okay, so I've done Memories and More. I think I've done like opened like 3 packs and done so many. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you do create this card, please don't forget to post it either here on this page or in the community. On the community page, I'd love to see your ideas. Don't forget, Friday in the community page is Dice Challenge Night. If you've never done it, hop over there. It is a lot of fun. Just watch and you'll get the idea. Maybe you will be inspired to join us. So, again, any questions, northernstepper@gmail.com. Until next Tuesday, my friends, keep crafting, and I'll see you next time.